The Psycho Pshow, aka the world's worst name podcast. They're close up. You come in inside. Okay. Mostly because I used to leave my car running. A lot while parked like this. Because I would roll blunts, like I was like living with my dad.
Yeah.
So I'd roll blunts like in the neighborhood and drive around.
Yeah.
And I would start to get alternator problems. And remember, I told you I went to several cars, right? All of them I get alternator problems. And
What's
one of the
alternator?
Alternator is a thing that when you're driving, it recharges your battery. Okay. So you have a battery. The shit should die, right?
Yeah.
But the motion, you driving it, and that energy, it like recycles the turbine, in essence, which is I think the alternator. I think the alternator is a turbine, which recharges the battery, the current battery. So that's how your battery doesn't die. You know? So, like, you know, let's say you're driving and you start the car, you know, even if you have a dead battery and it gets jumped, right?
Yeah.
The thing that keeps it going while you're driving is alternator.
Okay.
And a lot of times, you know, if you drive for far enough and the battery's good, it'll recharge the battery and then you're fine. Right?
Yeah.
Now, let's say you drive for a while and then you come back and then you try to restart your car and it doesn't, then the battery's bad because the alternator recharged it for the drive, but then once you turned it off, the charge came out the battery because it was a bad battery, right? So what I noticed actually in the last couple of days, because, you know, we've been running around and I'm like, you know, I'll go handle this and leave in the car and then come back. I don't know if it's tied together and the hot months do it anyway and my battery might be going bad. It's been sluggish. Really? Sluggish on the start a little bit every now and then. And I'm like, I wonder what that is. So that's why you come in to the next one.
Alright, no worries.
Because I want to turn it off and then turn it back on rather than just let it sit. Because I have a feeling the alternator, it's an older car. The alternator may or may not be going, but it's probably not charging it as fast as it needs to be when it's idling like that. And then if that's the case, then I'm just either going to cause the alternator or the battery to go bad faster if I keep, you know, having it run not optimally. Like, it's probably going to go bad anyway. I'm probably going to have to get something and blah, 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 more money, life. But if I could delay it or never have to deal with it, because it's a strong car and it doesn't seem to have issues with it.
Nice. It's a very nice car. How many miles you got on this bad boy?
122,500, pretty much. 122,000.
Nice.
Yeah, I got it when I had 92, so I've driven it.
Oh, no way, dude.
Yeah,
so you got this car kind of recently, no?
Oh, very recently.
When? That's crazy.
Less than 3 years ago, and there was a point in that 3 years when it was like got dinged up, someone crashed into it, blah blah blah.
No way.
It I had to fucking get it. Like, I probably only drove it like 2.5 of those. 2.5 years and drove it like 30,000 miles. I don't know if that chick is sexy. Sort of look like it though. Damn, look at these bums. What the fuck?
Chilling.
That dude looked like he was cold knocked out if it wasn't for like 5 other people just chilling there, not doing anything, reacting about it. His leg was all up and shit, his arms out. Like, what the fuck was going on?
All up in your video. If you don't want to have them all up in your video, all up in your songs, come to death row. Fuck. Oh, I'm on my high horse. Oh, what the fuck?
I don't know, could be someone who knew me.
Somebody what?
I said could be someone who knew me. There's a bunch of homies who live at this house. They're not always here. Actually, I've never seen them all here at the same time. Well, not recently.
You're known in this hood?
I mean, I'm known in one house in this hood, I think.
Nice. Yo, good peeps?
Yeah, they're pretty good people.
Very well.
That was, yeah. They're
decent
good
human
people.
beings?
Yeah, they're decent for sure. sometimes they do some stuff that makes you wonder how much they care, but they're definitely decent.
Oh, my cheeks, come on. Hello? Hi.
Alright, let me get off this.
Yeah, I gave him your number because he's in Scottsdale right now. So yeah, that's how he got it. So peace.
Homie, it's recording by the way. Homie like fucking 20 minutes ago was like, no, homie 10 minutes ago was like, meet me, what the fuck am I saying? Homie 40 minutes ago was like, yo, I'm ready to meet in 30. Let's meet up in 30. Mm-hmm. And then now he's like, yo, I'm drinking a beer. I don't need that ride till later. I'm like, alright. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Alright, I guess. And he's like, yeah, you know, I'll probably need it an hour. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll be available. But the thing is, like, probably not. And he knows, like, you know, at a certain point, it's like, I'm not gonna wait, I gotta go sleep. So, it's just extra cash, so. That's why I'm like, yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure, yeah, I'll be available.
Yeah, hit me up.
But, you know.
Yeah, buddy.
Just like, I tried to tell him, I was like, yo, it'd be better now if you need a ride, otherwise we're about to go fucking record, so fucking shit. Who the fuck knows? Homie here, you remember the Latin chick that we saw?
Yes.
Yeah, homie here and her, they're exes.
No, wait, oh, the guy we just saw?
Yeah, the guy we just saw.
Hey, she's pretty cute.
Yeah, she's cool. Homie here is also, the homie who wasn't that excited about the show when the other dude was excited about it. Remember the story I told you?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's my nigga, don't get me wrong. But, remember when you asked, like, oh yeah, these good people? I'm like, yeah.
But sometimes they do things that make you question.
Exactly. Sometimes they're good people, but they are, and they're admittedly self-interested people. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they're good. They're not going to do anything to fuck you, per se. But if it doesn't align with their interests, they're not going to go and help you. And that's why I get, you know, when people say someone's cool or someone's chill or someone's good or whatever, I'm like, yo, like, that doesn't mean shit to me because my scale of what that means is so different than what normal people mean, or different than in the circumstances that you have come to define them in. Like, most people, they meet someone at school, at a party, at work, and they're like, yeah, they're cool. I don't judge people by whether they're cool in a situation like that that's so fucking controlled.
Yeah.
I judge them more what they do when there's fucking pressure, when there's fucking problems, when everyone's arguing, when people are late, unresponsive, dying, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a realer baseline. Like, you know, my first read on Alex was, like, sort of wrong, you know? Like, he came at me like how most people do, but remember what I said?
Yeah.
I was like, he's going to have to earn that.
Yeah.
And to be honest, more than most people who say that type of shit, he has.
Yeah.
In a short period of time. That also being said...
he's not a bad dude.
No, he's not a bad dude. Pretty intelligent and open-minded. The other thing that's, where I was going with that... Oh, fuck, I can't even remember where I was going with that. Oh, like, so, like, you know... My read and shit was off, but like a thing that helped even solidify that further, that my, you know, the current read, because the initial read doesn't matter. Like, that's why I'm always adapting the read, because like my first impression a lot of times is terrible to other people. But yesterday, late last night, and also earlier when the dude. Earlier there was that issue, and then late last night when it was just like all like, you know, I'm doing this favor like super late, and like we have to rush around because there's no ATM for him to even like hit me up for what he owes me for the ride and shit. And but like his reaction to that was similar to like your reaction to it all, which is like, what
Actually
I'm looking for. I do
yeah.
genuine, consistently, like maybe even over apologizing, understanding that even though in the long scheme of things it's not that big of a deal, it doesn't matter, because like if someone came for the call for you to help you, and then you're not straight on your side, then like what does that mean? Like, you know, a lot of people don't take any of that into consideration, but you know, that solidifies that type of shit even further. It's like, listen, that was a time when there was a problem. Yeah. That was a time when there was an issue, and you guys handled it in a way that was appropriate and respectful in all sides of the equation and genuine. The amount of people that fail at that is like over 99%. Really? Yeah. What do you think Loki Ziwi would do? Listen, the way that I see it, that's how it started. The way that I see it is, listen, it's only this. Listen, it's only that. I mean, a similar situation happened. I went 15 minutes just the other day after he said he's going to pay me back for the other fucking ride. I should not even fucking give him a ride to him, but...
where'd you give him a ride to?
It doesn't matter.
Alright.
Yeah, if anyone didn't notice, we paused that because we had to talk for a second. Off air. But,
where the ladies at?
Dude, what a ladies at? Dude, no wonder,
you want to hear something funny?
No wonder. No. Let me tell you something funny. I do want to hear something funny. But this is just one sentence of funny. No wonder when you re-listen to the show, you're like, yo, what the fuck was I saying? You do come out of nowhere, bro. You're like, I wasn't even listening while DJ was talking. It happened like 12 times today already. Yeah. Alright, what's up? See, look, it's happening right now.
The ladies. Yeah, want to see some ladies, bro.
What do you say was funny? Yeah, right, you don't even want to go out, man. What's funny?
What's this funny thing? Bro, it's not even that funny. I'm just saying, more like, I think I told you this before. I get a lot of pleasure from just like leading some girls on. Yeah. Not like for long periods of time, like for like one night. Like meet them and like lead them on.
Yeah,
and then just tell them to fuck off. Yeah. At the end, like wow, like I could have fucked that girl. I get a lot of pleasure for that.
I think I just recently put up that show. Yeah. I was like, why? Maybe it wasn't recently. I think the recent one was why you hate really hot women.
Oh god.
But
no way.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh my god. My life is over.
Because you need them, don't you?
Bro,
just like the rest of us.
Yeah, because it's nice. It's nice to look at.
Bro, really beautiful women are awesome. And if they're just beautiful on the outside but not inside, I can't even categorize them as really beautiful. Like, I don't actually like them. They sort of repulse me. I'm sure you noticed that. Like, if a chick gives me fucking attitude, I don't give a fuck about her. Mm-hmm. She couldn't even move my dick an inch. I'd have to really focus. It's weird. Like, the tattooed chick, I don't give a fuck about anymore. It's so weird.
It's just over.
I don't
You're psychologically over it. Once you're psychologically over it, that's pretty much it.
Oh, I'm completely over it. And like, I'm like, don't even care that I'm making it apparent. Mm-hmm. Like, she's gonna have to literally come and like stroke my dick for me to even give a fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, I don't like people fucking wasting my time or playing games with me. You know how fucking much shit I've really been through? And people want to bring me into these stupid, miniature bullshit situations. I deal with big shit. Yeah. It's not worth me dealing with little shit. I've already dealt with that little shit in elementary school and bullshit. My real, like, child life and shit was, like, way harsh. So, like, I'm used to just bigger shit. Mm-hmm. That little shit I just laugh at. I'm like, who the fuck is this faggot? Are you feeling a little lonely? I feel lonely every fucking day. Get over it.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm by myself.
Me too.
I don't feel lonely, but I solidly know that no one else got me like I got me.
Oh no, yeah.
And I also know this. No one else got me like I got them. Huh? Almost nobody does, except for maybe the exception of you and some other people in my family. You know, there's no one who really like I have my friends back way more than they have mine.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I'm more powerful. I don't know what the fuck it is. It is just the truth, though. It's sort of sad, but I think as a fucking leader or a great one or whatever it is that we have the potential to be and that we're striving for, that's just what you get.
Are you gonna park right here?
Yeah.
Oh, homie.
I don't like
doing big things.
You remember when my car was covered with bird shit?
Yeah.
This is why I don't park here anymore.
Oh.
Because if I park here and I leave it overnight, in the morning at 5 o'clock, when the birds are chirping, they're shitting on everything that looks like water, aka the silverback Camry gorilla.
The silverback Camry gorilla. Is that what you call this?
I guess now.
Silverback Camry gorilla.
Shit.
Back to the spot.
Oh, we're back. You want to know something? Like, we recorded a ton today.
We did, right?
So we're not even done. As a matter of fact, we can't immediately start because we got that half to finish. This partying out here on the Sunday. Oh, it's the Austrian swimpers. Austrian swimpers. Man, it looks like a fucking party's happening in my crib. Let's see what's cracking up in here, dog. Was that you that said that earlier?
Alex said that.
Bro, that's so funny. They're like, this guy is a fucking comedian. You like that, bro? You know how many people tell me I should be a comedian? A lot. That's why when you say we should do stand-up, I've been told it multiple times.
I've been told that
we should do it.
this year at least 5 times, I swear.
Oh yeah, well this year I've been told 5.5 times at least. Look at this. The trusty equipment still rolling. Still rolling. The AC still fucking
Oh, yo,
up.
but it's nice though. Yo, like now it's cold here. You can turn it off. It'll be all good. But Jake's not going to the hospital apparently. I think he's smart enough to know that he was fucked up, and he refused to go to the hospital. He's smart enough to fucking know. Thank God.
So he's not gonna get in trouble.
No, but I told his mom, listen, he has to go to
Rehab.
a hospital now because he might not have any damage, like visible damage, but his head, like he could be bleeding out of his brain right now. You would never know.
Yeah,
he could wake up dead.
You could be concussed like a motherfucker.
Have you ever been concussed?
Yes.
I think we spoke about it.
I didn't know about it till after, but yeah, I've been concussed at least 3 times. At least 3 times that I recognized later after I did more research.
And then you came up with the Psycho Pshow.
Yeah, exactly right. Got my bell rung like a million times, but
I got
one time when I was
once.
young. Oh really? How'd you get your bell rung?
Fell out of snowboard.
Well, you were older.
No, I was like 18, 19 years old, bro. I was like going, and I don't know if you know I was on my toe edge, like going.
Yeah.
And I hit a little bump
forward.
And I went on my heel edge, and then I fell back, dude, and my head like.
Be careful.
Sorry.
She gets pissed. This motherfucker trying to get me in a fight on the show with my neighbor. I'll let this shit play. What'd you say, ho? Bitch, we record this whole thing.
Constant battle with his downstairs neighbor.
She's okay now. She actually smiled at me. I'm probably looking more handsome than ever. She smiled at me the other day. I was so taken aback.
No way.
Yeah, I was like, what is happening?
Yo, look what a little smile I can do to VJ. Yo, brighten up your day.
Do I sound like I'm happy?
No,
I have more defenses about it. I'm like, is she trying to get close so she can kill me? Fuck that kind of. So I got knocked out at least 3 times I can remember. When I was a 6-year-old kid. We were, it was me and 2 white dudes who were also neighbors. Here's how a lot of gay stories start, I'm sure. But they were tossing a baseball, and the other one was trying to hit it with a metal bat, right? And I had a baseball, and I'm throwing it just pretty much by myself, and it rolls. I'm like behind the batter, and it rolls between the batter's legs. And I didn't want to interrupt him. That's how meek and shy I was as a kid. Even though my natural tendency is to be just outspoken, I was already beaten to like not trust and just be sad. Yeah, by the time I was 6.
That's pretty nuts.
Well, I mean, you got the gist of my childhood.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
So the ball rolls in between the homie's legs, but they don't see it, right? And I guess maybe the pitcher did see it but didn't say nothing about it, or who knows what the fuck happens now that I think about it, but I decided that I was going to let them play and just crawl under his legs, and grab the ball.
Crawl under his legs?
Yeah.
The catchers?
The batters.
The batters? Oh my god, that's fucking
because
weird.
we're just in the backyard somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, it's not an actual game. And so I'm trying to time it so they don't hit me, and I go under and I wake up and I've been hitting the head, one of the bumps on my head's that, and I was knocked out.
Hitting the head with
a metal bat.
A metal bat?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a fucking helmet on or something?
Nope.
What?
It was like another 8-year-old or 9-year-old hitting me with their full force, but
that's crazy. How long were you passed out for?
Probably a few hours, easily. They didn't take me to the hospital. There was a lot of like concussion stuff then. It was like early 90s. And then even crazier, I was like riding my bike full speed in the same backyard setup in Kansas, and the grass is just freshly sprinkled. Like the sprinklers were on. And the way that Kansas is in these townhouses was that your backyard was really like just like a concrete. Bless you.
Thank you.
Was like a concrete square, or like almost like a stoop, but a flat one out, like just a foundation on top of grass, right? So like that was your area, but the grass was pretty much open. I mean, some of them had fences, but most of them didn't. So I'm just rounding on the grass, and I slide on the grass, that freshly sprinkled grass, and as I slide, my head gets closer and closer to one of those concrete foundation parts.
Yeah.
And I wake up in my living room.
You wake up like, oh my god.
I've been knocked out for like 6 hours.
No way.
Yeah.
You didn't wake up for 6 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, how big of a concussion? That's insane.
I never went to the hospital for any of these, including my third one, which happened later. My third one was when I was sideswiped, which led to my DUI by another car, and I ran into the concrete structure going like 80 miles an hour, the wall. And I didn't realize I'd been knocked out till the next day. Because I got up and everything seemed, there was no break in my memory. I was about to crash, I was like, oh, I'm dead. And then I was up. But there was a crowd of people around me who thought I was dead. And I go get my phone, and my glasses are like in the back seat, and they come, and I had like a couple beers, so they arrest me and shit. It's fucked up. But I didn't realize till the next day that I'd been knocked out by the airbag.
No way.
Because it was such a clean break in my memory. But then I was like, how are those people around the car? Yeah. And I was like, oh my god, I got knocked out. Because I was worried about getting arrested because I had like a bunch of weed and shit in the trunk.
And they didn't even check?
My trunk was broken. It could only be fixed by a button. It was one of the reasons why I bought the car. Like a hidden button. They couldn't open it.
No way!
Yeah, I went and picked it up later.
That's
in the fucking
nice,
junkyard.
Yo. Good shit, dude. That's cool, dude. That's a great story.
It's not a good story. It's too close. Because what was I doing with that much shit and drinking?
Yeah,
even one beer.
Shit. That's fine, dude. Yeah, that's a close call, man. I've had a close call too. Smoking blunts on the Palisades Parkway.
You know how I?
No, what'd you?
You know how I got? The reason I left my homie spot, I wasn't even supposed to leave. The chick who blackmailed me to a relationship, I was trying to be a good boyfriend because she wanted me to drop her food off at her work.
Oh shit, you were that guy?
Yeah, I was just trying to be nice. Yeah.
Trying to be the nice guy. That's where it gets you. Of course. Telling me, why am I not surprised? It's funny. It's always when you do the nice things for people that it just always turns sour.
I'm always doing nice
every
things for
sour
people.
situation I've ever been in was probably because I was trying to do something nice.
I always do something nice for everyone. That's probably why.
That's a fucking terrible situation to be in, BJ. But hey, man, worked out for you, kind of. You know? At least you can get arrested for that shit.
No, I did.
Stuff control.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I was in the back seat of the cop car looking out.
Like, praying pretty much. Like,
and they're messing, trying to get into it, and they can't.
Why? Why were they messing, trying to get into it?
Because they do it any time they stop a car. If they can look in, they will. For the possibility that they'll find drugs or guns or a body or some shit.
I hear that's not legal.
It's not. But if they catch you with something serious enough, what are you going to say?
I hear. So
They'll say this. Smelt the faint odor of marijuana in the car. Went and searched the trunk. Found the marijuana. Or they'll say if there's a dead body. Or if they say there's a dead body.
Smell the dead body.
Smelt the faint odor of marijuana in the car.
Oh, yeah.
Searched the car. Found the dead body.
Now I think
this is what they say. They just always say it's weed.
Federal court actually said that smell is not
permissible.
Enough for a cop to search your car.
It's not enough for them to search your car or to search your residence. Yeah. However, if you're stopped for something else, to continue their search. You gotta understand, once you broke the law and it was in your car, the car is just a fucking prison in itself. That car, I mean, you broke the law. Whatever else happens to fall out there, they can make anything to be like, oh, the car was, the trunk was broken. Yeah. And it was open, and there was a dead body. Or there was a cache of weapons. What the fuck? What are you going to say? It wasn't that. Yeah. Our police cams happen to not be working. That's why, all the need fucking body cams and dash cams.
Yeah, dude, every single cop should have a body camera. 100%, dude.
With audio.
With audio, dude. And it's funny. Do you know that they have to manually turn on the audio? That's the funniest part. Video runs always. Audio, they gotta turn on.
That's so disgusting.
That's so fucking stupid, dude. These cops, they can't just let go of the fact that they're technically should be powerless. They should just say, but they should just be there to control the situation. To make sure anarchy doesn't happen. They don't have all these rights, dude. They can't just be fucking pulling up on people, searching people, arresting people for dumb shit. That's why they have all these, they teach cops how to, bend the law, it sucks.
They teach you how to self-incriminate, too.
My FBI, okay, so, I used to have this teacher at Pace University in Manhattan. His name was, let's call him David, right? He's an FBI agent. It was like a counterterrorism class, right? It was like an elective I took.
Nice.
And this guy, David Mulcahy, I think his name was, and he used to be like, cops are literally trained to lie to you. They can lie to you legally. They don't have to tell you the truth. Because they have laws in place. They make it legal for cops to lie to you. Everything they tell you could be a complete lie. Mm-hmm. It's not always but technically they can lie to you whenever they want. Whenever they want. And they're trained to do so. They have classes. They go away on weekend trips to fucking the mountains of Pennsylvania. Yeah, to Aspen. And they have a conference and they literally tell people how to, tell cops how to bend the law and how to lie. Yeah.
They're always trying to twist your words up or twist something up so that you admit to something. They'll be like...
In reality, you don't have to say a word to them.
No, I know. But then, the funniest thing is, usually when you say half of a word to them to twist them up is when they don't use all this shit to fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you decide not to talk to them, that's when the canines come. 99 problems and a bitch ain't one.
Yeah. You know but it's also been proven, dude, it's been proven that these cops give dogs special signs to a fake alert. Yeah. It's proven they know this.
Oh, yeah. It's fun. I mean, I forgot who it was, but I knew some dude that used to work at the border or something like that, and, they just they would make the dog do the fake thing so they could search.
Yeah, dude, they teach them how to do this. It's a
fucking dog.
Assholes, dude.
It's a trained dog. You think you can't train it to make it trip the fuck out? Relax.
Yeah. Technically, they should have little drug-smelling pigs, dude. I feel like drug-smelling pigs would be better than drug-smelling dogs. No. Oh, no.
Technically, they're supposed to have a stronger sense of smell.
Yeah, exactly.
But, to be honest, let's get over that and, let's just make drugs legal.
I don't know. It's a tough situation.
People should be allowed to do what drugs they want. And there should be legitimate...
I think there should be clinics for, if you're a heroin addict... there should be clinics like methadone clinics where you go get doctor-administered heroin.
Let's take it even further. Yeah,
medical marijuana.
Like not even for heroin addict. If you're an adult and you know about heroin, you know what it does, right?
Yeah.
Like there's clinics that sell heroin.
Yeah.
And you go do it there in a safe spot, okay? And in there, they tell you exactly what it is, the negatives, what you feel, how it is. If you decide to go there, go fuck yourself. Go give the government money, because you're gonna have to pay every time. You go fuck yourself.
Oh.
There won't be any fucking heroin addicts.
Imagine there's gonna be lines outside the door for like. What? So you got homeless people from all over America just coming through.
Yeah.
Getting fake documents. So
you know what happens when they legalize drugs, man? They did it in Portugal. They were having the most fucking drugs.
Yeah, Portugal. I think another country, I think it's like, what country completely legalized marijuana? Completely, like openly, like somewhere in South America.
Yeah,
Chile,
like Uruguay or something like that.
Something like that. Ecuador, maybe. Uruguay, Paraguay.
I think it's Uruguay.
One of those. Yeah, dude, they completely legalized it. And it's chill there, dude. You can go to the store, get some bud.
Yeah.
Smoke it on the beach.
No, I think that's what they need to do. I mean, in other places, like, completely decriminalize and shit, but they need to fucking do that because when you do that, the education to the stuff becomes freer.
Yeah.
And then when they're all, like, legal, like, people will be like, why would I drink rubbing alcohol when I can get E&J or Blue Label or vodka or anything else? Like, yeah, I guess I can get rubbing alcohol. It's sort of close to the same, has similar compounds, but it's so much more harsher, does this type of stuff to my body. It'd be like the same thing there.
Yeah.
And then, maybe on New Year's Eve, you do want to get fucking high on some heroin. You do want to get a little cocaine. You're entitled to that as an adult.
So tell me, what do you think the cartels are going to do once you put them out of business? What business do you think they're going to start going into?
Probably human
I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Like, if you stop all the money from drugs coming into the cartel's hands, like, what are they going to do for money? Because they're going to want to keep that income.
They won't be able to.
Because
if the market, if the bottom of the market falls out, there's not even a complaint. You can't make up the market because now we know this. There is something more powerful than cartel. It's called the U.S. government.
Yeah.
If the U.S. government is your competition, because that's what happens if they legalize it. Now the U.S. government's selling it. You ain't got shit. What are you going to do? They got the guns. They got everything. They got the money. They got the market. You're done.
I guess they didn't want to give people
They would just
much
sell
power.
stuff in local. Yeah, that's why legalizing drugs completely solves the issue if you do it like you do it just like alcohol. Prohibition has never worked. They tried to make it work with alcohol. They couldn't do it. It's a failed experiment. And they tried to do it with weed.
Ended up funding the mafia.
All they're doing is funding criminals.
Yeah.
Anybody who's willing to take the risk, anyone who's violent enough to enforce their territory, depending on how violent of a game you're trying to get into, they open that.
Yeah.
The cartel would probably go into like counterfeit items and sex trafficking,
money, guns,
human trafficking. That's why they need to make prostitution legal, because that eliminates human trafficking.
I mean, prostitution is kind of legal.
No, it's
escorts.
Not.
It's just
but they need to make it
bending the law.
They need to make it like if they make it legal, the prices go down.
Yeah.
They need to make it so that the normal Tom, Dick, and Harry can do it. Because guess what? If it's escorts, high-end escorts, there's still a market for illegal sex trafficking. That's because those bitches are cheap.
Then you just create an Uber for hookers.
It's called Uber. I mean, you're right. You can niche out a company like that, but in essence, Uber is handling... Uber and Lyft are handling all drive logistics.
Dude, escorts are kind of expensive, dude. Shit.
That's what they say. Should we record?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right.
Why not?
Move that ashtray. It's an ashtray.
Yeah, should we
just move it over? What? Should we what?
I was gonna say we should smoke another one, but we should
now
wait it off.
I'm not doing it now. I'm already fucking twisted a little bit. I sort of hate this AC issue. Pretty much hate all this shit.
Wait, you hate what?
I said this AC issue.
Yeah.
Oh, man. What's your night looking like, dude?
Instead of home, you think you can drop me off at Fatina's?
Yeah, I can do that.
Wait, is that cool? I mean, it's pretty...
Not a
It's
problem.
almost the same, kind of, right?
Yeah, not a problem. I might have you roll with me, too. Another thing.
Okay. It's fine.
But that's not a problem. I got you.
I have to go kill all the flies in our house. I actually like doing it. I'm a sick fuck, dude.
You like it?
Yeah, dude. I like setting the traps. Fucking having... Dude, I'm the best trap of all time. You have no idea. I was so proud of myself. Dude, I set it, bro, like 20 minutes. It had, like 70 flies in there.
Do you,
And I was going in with the fucking fly swatter. The wall, the fridge, the fucking floor. Bro, there's blood everywhere. Black splatter everywhere.
Dude, that's fucking awesome. Question, though.
Yes.
Does your sick fucking ass...
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
What?
Full drop blood. Does your sick fucking ass...
What?
Would it like to kill rats, too?
No.
Just flies?
Yes. I'm not a fan of flies because they're incorporated in, like, with death. You know what I mean? Flies only, they plant their eggs in dead things, you know?
Yeah. So?
That's what I mean.
That's good,
The second somebody dies, boom, you have flies. When you have flies, in exactly, like, an hour or two, you got maggots.
Yeah.
And it's fucking disgusting.
It is disgusting.
It's incorporated in death. It's like death.
Yeah, but in essence, that's a key part of breaking down, like, decomposing nutrients for reuse for more life.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm not a fan.
And rats sort of do the same shit.
I like rats. Yo, rats
I
are
do them
super
at a
smart.
bigger-
Rats are super smart, man.
So you just do it because you like them. So it's just
It's
like...
not that I don't like them. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, you
I
just
don't
like flies, and you like rats.
It's not that I like rats. I don't mind rats because I understand them, kind of.
If you had a job
Yeah.
as a rat killer, like let's say you had a job and it changed to rat killer, you'd quit. But let's say
No,
you had a job...
No, it depends how I would do rat killing. I would get a fucking special type of dog. I would a dog that chases rats around. Kill all the fucking rats. I wouldn't shoot the rats, but I would get like dogs and shit. Yo, that's how they get rid of rats in barns and shit.
Yeah, but
They get a bunch of dogs, bro, and they
So you can get over it. So you can kill
doing
rats.
some, yeah, over. I mean, dude, I've killed mice when I threw it into my snake's cage before.
Yeah, of course.
Come on, it's not that, if they're a nuisance, yeah. But if it's like some...
Was that you or
house.
Marshall that had the snake?
It was my snake that I gave to Marshall.
That's right.
And
That's
then
why I was so
and then
confused about it.
And then he fucked it up.
It died?
No, dude, like his stepmom gave it away or something. She said it was let out, but
Really?
she definitely gave it away, yeah.
You need some
Because
more?
she
Or
got
you
tired
good?
of it. No, I'm good.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Athena, dude, that snake was beautiful.
Damn.
Do you remember that thing? That was my snake. I bought her for so much money.
Really?
Bro, that snake carried the albino gene. So if she were to have babies, one of the babies could have been albino.
Is that a good thing? I thought albino's not necessarily good.
It's a good thing if you're like a snake lover and shit, because they're worth more.
Because they're a lab?
Because they're, because they're white. Or yellow in snake terms.
I mean, I only have real experience with albino snakes. Or albino rats, because they're used as primarily the research ones.
Really?
I'm not sure why. I think it's because a combination of the fact that they're less aggressive, and I think the traits show up in them easier.
Really?
Yeah, maybe because they're white, maybe not. I don't know. But they're like the weaker ones, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not as aggressive. Which, I mean, do you know? I think I told you this. Maybe I didn't. I think I said it in the show once, but I'll say it again. Do you know why They do research on rats a lot, but not necessarily mice. They do some research on mice, but they use rats even more so.
No, why?
Especially for behavioral stuff. The primary what am I doing? I'm supposed to be putting this away. The primary reason is, see, mice are always prey. So they only have one reaction to being touched by anything, other than maybe other mice, and that's to run or to immediately bite. So if you grab a mouse and it knows it can't run, it can't help but to bite you. Just like when a shark is in blood and it's biting stuff, it'll bite itself even.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's indiscriminately biting because there's a reaction going on in it that is causing a certain behavior. Okay? So that's the same thing with mice. They're always prey to everything else.
True that.
Right?
Yeah.
So they always bite. You can't handle them. So especially for behavioral stuff, especially, they don't do research on mice. But they do research on rats. And the reason is, rats are not always prey. Rats are both prey and predator. You know what I'm saying? They kill other rats. And they'll be killed by other things. They'll kill other rats, they'll kill mice, they'll kill whatever for food. You can't actually domesticate or train something unless it's a predator, believe it or not. You can quote-unquote domesticate a cow. But it's never going to, like, be okay with you picking it up. If you can think of it like that, you know what I'm saying? Or, like, whatever. Like, a rabbit even has trouble with that. You have to know for so long to even grab it. It's sort of like the same type of thing, right? But a goddamn fucking... I mean, these research rats, they don't live forever. They're not pets. You don't build that whole connection with them.
I hear they grow an ear on a mouse. That's crazy.
But in terms of research, you need, in order to build a relationship and grab something so it doesn't bite you, it needs to be able to build that confidence in itself that it's not going to be eaten, and only something that has predatory, like,
yeah, dude. I feel so bad, dude. I feel so bad for when I threw all the mice in there for my snake tea. It's so fucked up. Damn, I should have fed it. I should have fed it dead ones, dude. Oh, what lead's calling me for Jay? Oh, this is bad. Really? I gotta pick this up.
It's gonna be a call about nothing.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
Yo.
Guaranteed. Everyone.
Good, man.
It's a call about bullshit. Let's see what it is in a little bit.
Yeah, because that's how I roll from now on.
You wait till the blunt's finished, but not anything else.
Yeah. Oh my God. You sick fuck. Why would you turn it around like that?
Well, because, I mean, what else? What do you mean roll from now on? You wait for the blunt?
No, it's not for the blunt, but the show, man.
You didn't just a second
show.
ago.
Yeah, but this is an extreme situation.
When I told you what was going to happen.
It doesn't matter what you told me what was going to happen. It could have gone the other way just as easy. But yes, you're right. He didn't say anything important.
No, by the way, no, it couldn't have gone any different. He's already in the hospital. They're not going to call Waleed. Maybe it's the results of the CAT scan.
Is he there? Yeah, Waleed's there with him. He's there with him. Maybe the results of the CAT scan got back and it's bad. Maybe he has a bad concussion. He's bleeding out of his brain.
That would suck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would be literally the only person I would pick up for right now.
Okay, that's fair.
Literally.
That's fair. And concussions are bad. Hey, don't get at me.
I'm kidding.
I hope everything's good. Look, he's not going to get arrested. None of that shit that doesn't happen.
Emotional right now.
Yeah, but you want to know something?
Yeah.
The shit that I said earlier still stands.
Yeah, that's right.
He needs to somehow wean himself off drugs.
Yeah.
That's all. It's all good. Maybe you got to check
just the fucking Z's, man. That shit is so bad for you. Dude, that shit is so bad for you. If you take a lot of Xanax, during your developmental stages up until the age of like 30, if you take a lot of Xanax, by the time you're like 55, you're going to be like not half brain dead, but dude, you're going to have some serious side effects. For sure, I think so.
100%.
Bro, like, I know kids. I know a kid. Okay, one of my friends that died from heroin. I remember in 5th grade, he was hopped up on crazy amounts of Adderall all the time. And I've always wondered, I'm like, wow. Like, and he used to tell me, but it's like, oh, like, he showed me these orange pills. And I didn't know what they were. But he's like, oh, like, my mind getting me because I have attention deficit disorder. I'm all over the place. Blah! And he would jump on the desk. Crazy. Right. Nuts.
Right.
Really nice kid, but he had a crazy childhood, dude. He didn't get along with his mom at all. He was always listening to like Eminem and shit, and always sympathizing with him and his relationship with his mother.
Yeah, of
you know
course.
what I mean?
No,
and
like...
he was adopted too. So he had a crazy childhood. And
adopted kids never are happy with their parents, which is sort of weird sometimes.
Dude, I want to adopt a kid or two.
Go ahead.
Yeah, me too. I want to adopt like a kid maybe from one kid from Africa, one kid from Africa, and like another kid.
You're all about Africa, and you're probably about to say Japan right now.
No, one kid from there, one kid maybe from like Russia or something.
Nice.
From like a Russian orphanage, dude. The Russian orphanages look like shit over there. The kid orphanages, it's so sad. Or like take a kid off the streets or some shit. I don't know.
Damn.
Put it on my career, like give him an education. Like, give him an education. Do the whole Bernie Mac, I'm tough, but I'm a lovey-dovey type of thing. You know? Tough love, baby. Tough love. Yeah, man. But I definitely want to have a boy and a girl. Like, just... I want to experience, like raising both. Yeah, dude, for sure.
Me too.
Have like a nice big family, dude. I want to be the guy that everybody comes home to my house on Christmas, fucking whatever Jewish holiday you want,
I like
it's
that.
Hanukkah at Toly's, Christmas party at Toly's. I'm celebrating everything. I don't give a fuck.
That's interesting. I never thought about that.
What? If you want to be the guy whose house everybody goes to, you want to be that guy. The cleanup sucks, but you want to be that guy.
Cleanup wouldn't suck because I don't have a huge family. Yeah. And if I'm that guy, then that probably means...
Yeah, but your friends are going to come to, like...
Yeah. Fuck, dude. I just realized something really fucked up about me.
What?
Fuck.
What?
Shit.
Yeah, we'll find medication, dog. Don't worry. We'll find the proper medication.
Yeah, no. I'm just like, dude, I've never really... The reason I never really imagined, like... Shit.
What? Man, yo, I feel like we've had some breakthrough right now.
Yeah, no.
What?
It's just... Women, in general, and shit.
Yeah, man. You're gonna tell me, dog.
I don't, like... Maybe the reason that I'm single and I'm not even, like, seriously dating anybody, or even, like, not...
You're married to the money, dog.
That could be... that is one thing. But then the other thing was, do I not actually ever see it in my cards because I've never really seen it, like, a healthy, long, like, relationship with a woman. Like, I've imagined it, but, like, when?
You've never?
Now that I think about it, it's like I have, but not to the extent that I think people do. Because when you said that right now,
yeah.
I'm like, I never thought about that. But that's because I never really thought about what it's like to truly have a life with a woman.
Yeah.
A life that's not just mine, but shared. Like, I have... Fuck.
Christmas party. We get together for Ramadan at VJ's.
I mean, obviously... You're a sick fuck. But obviously, I've imagined it. But I didn't realize that imagined thing was like... I categorized it with my other imaginations, like completely fake.
Yeah.
Never will happen.
Never will.
Like, I unconsciously, like without realizing, I just pushed it.
It's like 5 years away.
Yeah, but in reality, it should be happening 5 years from now.
Yeah.
That's what I realized. I was like, that's how... See, these were the realizations, but way more severe that were happening when I first started smoking and realizing it was crazy. I was like, how did I not realize that?
Yeah.
It's because too much shit had happened and I just broke. That thing just broke. And I was like, normal relationship with a woman? Never in the cards.
Never gonna happen.
Obviously will never happen.
You're gonna meet that sweetie pie. You're gonna meet that sweetie pie that's gonna, like...
turn me down.
It's gonna... Nah, dude. You're gonna fall in love and you're gonna be like, oh, fucking overprotective and crazy.
I've fallen in love.
No, I know, but like
I've been overprotective
for the last time.
For the last time.
Fallen in love for the last time.
Doubtful, I bet. No, I mean it'll happen. But
get a nice Indian girl, bro. That's the best.
Where?
Bro, NYU bars. Like I told you. Go to the bars at NYU, dog. Mad Indian girl. Yo, there's a huge dentistry program there. All Indian girls from New Jersey go to this program. I'm telling you. I'm giving you solid advice.
No, you're giving me... I was just about to say, it's like you're giving me advice like an Indian fortune teller would. Like you're telling me to drop everything to go to the other side of the country.
No, when you're going there. You're going to be there already. You're already there.
For like a couple days, and might not even be there.
What do you mean you're not going to...
I might be stuck with the whole wedding party, bro.
What do you go there? Like, what days of the week?
I don't even know for sure. I have to call my homie.
Try to go there like a day early or something. I'm telling you, got to hit up New York City and chill.
Dude, I'm already going... Okay, I'm trying to... But this is the thing. I want to go to New York City and chill. I might fly back to go to New York City and chill. But my number one thing to go to New York...
is the wedding.
Is to do everything for the wedding that's necessary. And to chill with my homie.
Yeah.
He wants me to go chill with him in D.C. for a lot of it. So I might be in D.C. for like 3 or 4 days. New York for like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Hopefully like 2 or 3.
Oh, D.C.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, he's like, yeah, let's try to come for 4 days. I'm like, dude, I'm going to try to come for 4 days to stay with you. He's like, all right, cool. Like, come to D.C., stay in my spot. Like, I can't turn that down.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see New York. I need to see New York. As soon as I go there and get a feel, I'll be like, fuck, I need to come right back.
Fuck, I come right back. Absolutely.
But I'll probably just wait for springtime.
I'm telling you, yo, that's where all the hottie Indian girls are. NYU. NY fucking you. Go to... Oh, my God. I'm telling you, man, that's the ticket.
I think I need to also, like... I don't know. There's something about just, like... everything.
Dude, imagine...
Like, my life right now is not, like... It's not set up to find women. It's sort of fucked.
Yeah. I don't even worry about it, dog. Fucking, you'll figure it out. But dude, I'm just thinking in my head, imagine if the Klip man right now, since he's getting a kid, it's the first CAT scan he's ever had. Imagine if it's just like, look at his head. Like, yo, your shit's all fucked up, dog. Not from today, but like, yo, long term fucking damage, dog.
Good news or bad news?
Yeah.
Good news? Today's head damage?
Yeah, nothing happened today, but yo,
today's head damage did not cause anything.
It's all fucked up.
Today's head hit, no damage at all. However, the bad news is the reason there was no brain damage was because
you all fucked up.
Yeah, your brain is barely holding on together, baby.
Your brain is barely holding on.
Question: imagine. Did you ever drill a hole into your skull and push a Xanax into it directly? Yeah. He looks at him. He's like, "Well, there was a bloody drill once."
That's actually a funny skit, dude. That's an awesome skit. If you like. Drill off.
It's not strong enough in my anus. Yeah. It's not strong enough when I put it in my ass.
Yeah, we don't parachute around here. We get high instantly, baby. You pour the powder in the in the hole in your head.
You gotta break it up. That binder burns, baby.
I'm done, dude.
Oh my god,
that's so fucking funny.
Dude, this is...
Yo, we would make some funny fucking skits, dude.
I know. We need to. We would. We need to. We're going to. We will. We are. There we are. We are. We need to. We will make skits.
You're so funny, dude.
I was about to re-go through all the verb tenses again. Dude, we recorded a lot of today.
At least 3 hours.
Way more.
Nice. There you go. Keep piling it on, dog. The more
I know,
the
but
more
I need
shit, the better. Just
it's true. It's true, but I think we need to. I wouldn't say dial it back because that's the wrong use of words. But I need to focus on some more systems to get it known more, like on the marketing of it too. Which I have some ideas, but they'll take some time. But it's all good. It's all good.
That's all
we'll make it a regular thing. No, we're doing good, man. We're doing good.
Yo, next time maybe we should Periscope it live too.
Yeah, we should. We should have done it this time.
I know. I fucked up.
Fuck it, we'll do it next time.
Fuck, next time you will do it. Oh, dude, and I'll put the Pshow right there. Right, right on the caption.
Kiss ass. That'd be dope. Man, oh, God. Is that a seed in there?
Ooh.
Tastes like a seed.
Yeah. Man, it's 11:36 already. Fuck.
Oh, yeah?
Damn. That's right. I can just imagine him looking at a cat's cat, dude. Yo, he's literally, bro, imagine doing like Adderall for like I don't even know, dog. Dude, every day, like all day, multiple times a day.
Yeah.
Imagine what your brain would look like. It would look like mush.
Yeah, I agree. His shit is probably fucked up. That's why, dude. He probably does need to go. Like,
you gotta go away for a little bit.
I mean,
no, this is what he should do.
I'm not saying he should get in trouble.
In Russia, this is how they would solve this problem. Okay, they probably just send him to camp somewhere for like 10 days.
Camp.
Good. They go fucking bring him, like, just like take him sleep outside for 10 days, get clean, get some fresh air, boom, and they're back on the move. And the second time is probably a punch in the face.
And then the third time?
Oh, the third time, bro, they will send you away to some clinic that you'll never, ever, ever want to go back to. Trust me.
And that's it?
Yeah, that's it. But yo, for alcoholics, they have this thing where they implant a thing in their stomach, and if they drink, they die. That's what they do to like some alcoholics. They insert like a poison thing into their stomach or some kind of thing. If alcohol hits it, that's it. You die.
Wait. Even on accident?
Even on accident.
Wow.
Bro, some people can't kick the habit.
I know. I'm just like, wow, that's deep.
Now it's like life or death. Yeah. You drink, you die. That's it.
Yeah. Damn.
I mean, I like that.
I don't.
Less, less idiots around, you know?
I don't know if they're idiots. I mean, I've struggled with drinking.
Oh, no, dude, Russia's different, dude. Like, I get where they're coming from, bro. Alcoholism is a huge problem there, man.
Yeah, I mean, you guys fucking make it part of your thing to...
Yeah, it's like a part of the culture, bro, you know? Like, people just take it too far.
Take it too far? You guys built the system.
No, there's a... Dude, there's a law that says that no matter how bad or good the economy is doing, vodka prices stay the same.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, but I understand it's part of the culture, but that's what I mean. Like, how do you guys, like... Where is the logic? And I'm not blaming you for this. Yeah. I'm just asking, like, where the fuck is the logic to fucking, like, hold people to that extent?
Oh, no, that's if they want to. Because some people are like, okay, I'm quitting drinking. Okay, boom. You got put it in. And then once you're on alcohol, you get the temptations. Like, how far can you, like...
Oh, but who the fuck...
Voluntarily...
Wait, so they voluntarily implant the implant into their stomach so they die if they drink?
Yes.
Wow.
But if
I was just about to say, like, how does that make sense? But I was like, because then you would never drink.
Yeah.
Because you know how some alcoholics say, "Okay, I'm ready to quit, man." This shit. Yeah. You're like, okay, yeah, okay.
Wow.
Sign this thing. Okay. Boom, 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 and you're dead in less than 24 hours.
That's what I was like fearing, but I was like, dude, I don't know if it's so hard to fathom.
I might even do. I'm gonna have to ask my mom tomorrow. Yeah. Maybe even the family can make you do it. Like, can sign off on a thing for you, and you get it inserted. I think I'm gonna have to ask her.
That's deep.
Yeah, that's good. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it's good, but
well, yeah, it's fucked up. But
it is what it is.
Yeah, man. Russia.
What's that?
Russia. Mother Russia, let's go. My boy's doing work, man.
Is he?
Da-da-da. I mean, that would never, dude. That would never fly over here, obviously. You know, inserting something like that into somebody's stomach. But hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Hell yeah. I guess. I mean, it's sort of like suicide almost.
Yeah. Unless you don't drink ever again.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I feel like for a lot of these people, these lapses come on accident sometimes. Mm-hmm. But those people, like, they must be like making like the craziest mistakes every time that they drink, that they have to take it to that form of drasticness. You ready to go, brother? Yeah. So that's what I meant. Like, I was like, I don't even know if I could even say anything about that. That's why at first I was like, what? And then I stopped myself. I was like, it must be to a certain extent that someone thinks that they're fucking in that much of a danger that to die, to chance the possibility of dying is worth it. Mm-hmm. Because it's weird, because like the thing about alcohol that makes it the most difficult is that it's celebrated so like universally. Yeah. Even though it's so terrible for you, and people know it's terrible, and they know there's problems, and people have problems with it, they literally ostracize the people that have problems with it. They like it's sort of crazy. Like, how are you gonna look on a drunk, look down on a drunk as bad as you like look down on a heroin junkie? Not that either of them should be looked down on, because they're dealing with their problems. Like, that's just another thing, right? But I mean, how can you justify that? Like, one's a legal drug and requires some form of, ABC. Yeah. And that there's so much, so much peer pressure to go get involved with that. See? Right there is a little crazy. But the other one is not at all fucking celebrated, like, on a huge level. Yes, a cow. No, it's a kid. Oh, kid. But I don't know. Like,
no, it's the same shit, dude. Alcohol is way worse than weed.
Alcohol is, well, obviously it's way worse than weed, but it's like, why do people view alcoholics just as bad as they view like heroin addicts? It's sort of close in terms of damage, yes, but one's like extremely legal, and people like yell out stuff like shots, 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 shots. Like, that's a popular song, right? Mm-hmm. But then there's no fucking shit. It's like, grab your hypodermic needle and put it in your ass. They don't got that song. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, oh shit, you do H, you don't do H. You know what I'm saying? You do H, oh shit, you don't talk about it, so you don't do H. But it's like, oh, you drink alcohol, you make sure you tell people that you drink more alcohol than you did. like that's like the average reasoning, you know. I can't tell you how many people who are like, "I drank like 12 beers last night." And you know they drank 3.
You know they drank 3. Absolutely.
And I'm like, they make it to drink 16, and I'm like, I don't even know.
I don't even know, man. I lost count after the 3rd one.
I lost count when I lost my phone.
R.I.P. to your old phone, man. That was a good little thing you had.
Alright. It was funny because I was planning on getting a fucking Apple device and just forced it faster. I gotta get a new computer. I gotta do a million things, dude. Like, another good reason to have a woman or a sidekick.
Hold you down, though.
To hold you down, yeah. Because they're not gonna be as busy as me. That's almost guaranteed.
Yeah.
Just handle these couple things for me. So everywhere is better, but it's literally, man.
Yo, I really like the Phoenix Airport, actually. One of my favorite airports, dude. I was there,
Why'd you
I picked up, I don't know, I just looked at the planes and I thought of it. Yo, when I dropped off Jake, I was there, and, dude, that was a nice airport. I was there 3 years ago, but, like, it's super organized. It's, like, super nice.
Oh, yeah, it's really nice.
I like it a lot.
It's like...
The Singapore airport was my fucking favorite.
Oh, yeah, Phoenix.
Dude.
You're one of the few people I know that...
Crazy, right?
Bro, when were you there?
Dude, the last time I was there was probably, like 1995.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I went in, like, 99 was the last time I was there, and it was so... Dude, it was more advanced than airports now.
Exactly.
Like, I was like, what the fuck? That's why I literally had to think of it. I was like... How is this?
Yeah, I'm telling you, my grandpa used to work there
17 years ago.
Dude, my grandpa used to work there. Not at the airport, but in Singapore. And I used to visit him for the whole summer with my mom and my older brother. And, the Singapore Airlines is my favorite airlines. And the Singapore airport. Unbelievable. Dude, the service. Oh, these girls were the nicest. Oh, so pretty. So nice and pretty.
Wearing awesome uniforms. And the nicest. And I think back in the day on India Air and
they give you toys too?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I think back in the day you could smoke on those planes too.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so funny. So, yeah. Singapore, I can only imagine what the airport's like now because I guarantee they kept up renovations and revamped way faster. I remember, like, I'd never seen that many shops. Like, I didn't even know what the fine dining or the shops were. I was like, what is this place?
Like, what kind of business would you do there, man? I guess real estate, right?
In Singapore?
I mean, if you were to start off there, like, just like a regular Joe Schmo, like what kind of business would...
Me? I'll probably go into probably something similar that I'll do here. Either some sort of internet business where you're dealing in a good or service that is constantly, like, needed. Like people use it up and then they really need to buy it. Within the population and probably out. I think there's probably about 5 million people on that country.
Super nice place.
Super nice. You can't even spit on the ground.
You can't even chew gum.
Well, you can chew gum, you just can't spit on the ground.
No, I hear gum's illegal. No, like you literally get in trouble for having gum. Yeah, you can't have gum. Your gum is illegal in Singapore.
Oh shit. That took it too.
Yeah.
Even crazier than
a kid actually spray painted, like, it was like a big thing. A kid spray painted something on the wall there, like some American exchange student. He tagged the wall there, and they caught him, bro. They gave him, like, lashes.
Yeah, I was like...
And the American government... the American government freaked out, and they, like, cut the lashes by, like, 12 lashes or something, and they still fucking lashed the guy.
Yeah, they really don't care there.
Good. I like that.
It's sort of weird that I sort of like that, and I don't like it either.
Yeah, me too. Like, same thing. I like it, but I don't like it.
Yeah, it's like completely inhumane and fucked up, and you don't want that shit to happen.
Like, I bet, like, I wouldn't be worried if my wife and kids went to the store, like, a mile away or, like, 2 miles away. Yeah. It's like, nothing happens in Singapore. It's, like, the most safest place ever.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
That's what they say, but my homie had homies that lived in Singapore, and, even though they have really high anti-weed laws, there's ways to get weed, and people who grow weed on that island, which is in the outskirt jungle areas, So those areas, I'm sure there's people who live out there, and I think what happens there is unreported, like almost as if it's Yakuza land. Like people just don't go out there unless you're the gypsies.
Who controls it? Thailand? Malaysia?
Singapore is its own country.
Okay, but yeah, but some big power has to be like embedded in their politics somehow.
No. That's why they're so successful. They're an autonomous nation of the proper size.
So interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's different. Remember when Scotland was trying to get autonomous? Yeah. I read a whole report on this.
Yeah.
Qatar, Singapore, Scotland had that possibility, and a bunch of other ones. Well, not a bunch of other ones, but a couple other ones are like the best size for a city-state or nation.
Singapore?
Yeah, Singapore is one of them. Like, these are amongst the richest countries per capita of any country. And the main reason is probably because their governments can work super efficiently because they're just big enough that they're small. Mm-hmm. But they have enough resources for enough people and they need a government of some type. But they're able to work efficiently way more like a business than a bloated, like, overgrown corporation, you know? Mm-hmm. They work more like a startup. So innovation happens quicker in the social and private areas faster, you know, and the public and private sectors faster because everybody's word means much more and is necessary. So
my grandpa liked to go play golf there, dude. He said it was amazing. It was his thing, man. Go play golf every Sunday.
Oh, I bet.
Over there, dude. Oh.
Here, I gotta stop this shit.
So nice. It was a little hot there, a little humid, but
I gotta stop this for now. But we will be back, peeps.